Hello. Welcome to Kill the Bottle Podcast, episode 2. I don't remember which season we're on, but it's episode 2. And we had so much shit to talk about that we were filling up the episode last week. So we're like, you know what, fuck this. Let's split this and do 2 episodes. Eddie Zamora, a.k.a. the Yum Yum Foodie, Senorita Megan.
We're in Pasadena.
We're
which
in the Dina.
reminded me, I've been watching Shrinking.
Oh, does it take place in Pasadena?
It's all Pasadena.
No shit.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Is there a water tower that says South Pasadena? Because there was an episode.
So South Pasadena is literally south of us by, I don't know, like
that
5.
Eddie.
No, but there's, like, guess what? North Hollywood is not really near Hollywood. It's in the valley, and
north.
it's called North Hollywood. It is north, but it's not adjacent to
I want
Hollywood.
you to listen back to that when you listen to this episode. If you listen to this episode and just listen to that, that was really funny.
But
I don't think it came out funnier than I think you think it did.
But it's like it's not adjacent to fucking Hollywood.
Got you. Yes.
Where South Pasadena is adjacent to Pasadena.
There's a hill that separates.
There's hills. There's Studio City. There's Toluca Lake. There's a bunch of other fucking towns that go between Hollywood.
I don't think I could draw a map. An
yeah.
accurate one. I'd be curious to just draw what I think of where.
Like one of my
is.
favorite restaurants in LA is in North Hollywood. Verse.
What is it? Oh, Verse.
Verse is one of my favorite restaurants in LA, and it's in North Hollywood. And guess what? When I tell people it's in North Hollywood, they're like, "Oh, it's in the it's nowhere near."
Which reminds
Hollywood.
me, favorite restaurants. The list came out of the 101 in LA, and I'm in disagreement with a lot of the things on the list.
I was at that event. And yeah, I'm in disagreement with that event too. So,
and I've been to a lot of those.
So, LA Times has a list that they bring out every year. It's a 101 best of restaurants.
Ode to Jonathan Gold.
An ode to Jonathan Gold. That's right. Here in LA, and they had the event at the Palladium. And one of the cocktails that was featured at the event was a cocktail with a place that I work with called Old Lightning, and they did this really cool Havana Club tiki cocktail called the Coconut Grove. And it was fucking delicious. Anyway, but I was at that event, and I'm with you, Megan. Nothing against a bunch of the restaurants, but
they're all good restaurants.
Yeah.
Maybe there's 2 on there that I would suggest never going to out of looking at the entire list. Otherwise, everything else is good, but the best? No.
And another thing came out of that event was the oysters that were bad that they had.
The neurovirus.
The neurovirus.
They had them?
So yeah, so I get a message.
Oh no.
Because your email is aligned with your ticket and whatnot. And I get an email saying, "Did you feel any symptoms of blah 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 blah? Did you have oysters at this event? Blah 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 blah." Because like 100 people got sick.
Yeah.
But I ate oysters at this event.
Not 101?
No, not 101. It would have been had I gotten sick. But so one of the best.
Oysters.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
because
God.
hold on, and I'll tell you. I mean, I love oysters, but I'll tell you why I had to eat oysters. One of the best restaurants, if not the best restaurant,
Found Oyster?
in Los Angeles was there.
Oh.
It's a place called Providence.
Oh, yeah.
And Providence is an arm and it's a mortgage payment to go eat there.
Yeah.
And they had oyster service as what they were serving at the 101 Best of event. And I'm like, if I'm going to fucking have oysters, I'm going to...
If Providence is going to have anything you eat
anything.
It. You don't say words.
And
you don't look them in the eye.
It was spectacular, Megan.
Yeah,
they had I think it was 3 or 4 oysters and a couple of different house-made hog's breath and...
Yeah, so you didn't get sick from that.
I didn't get
anything.
That makes
sense.
And then, but the thing is, like, a restaurant that I won't name because it's not their fault, but they had they had oysters that were bad, and a dear friend of mine went there on his anniversary dinner, and he had mud butt for a few days, and him and his girlfriend, they were jacked up. This is a great restaurant.
I really wanted to go to that event. I really did.
Well, the only reason I went was because I got the ticket for for the cocktail thing.
I had to choose between that and the cruise because that's what I was going to do for December.
How much were the tickets for that? Because I mean, it was
only like close to 300, 250.
I don't think it's worth that.
Okay.
To be fair.
Well, that was going to be my big December purchase.
If the ticket is $100, $125, I'd say at the most. And I still know, guys, that's a lot of money. I'm not trying to talk about but I think it'd be worth it in that sense. Because there was some cool
like the food and wine, or not food and wine festival. What do I go to? Where they have it at Paramount?
Taste of LA.
Taste of LA, is that it?
Yeah.
It's not like that. That's cheaper.
Yeah, I think honestly, Taste of LA is. I mean,
better.
The cool thing is like Providence was there. That was really cool. There was some good food there. That's Bavel was there. those were like my standouts. But my thing was I was really just supporting the bar that was pouring Havana Club cocktails. So I didn't get to venture around as much as I wanted to. And I will tell you, it is worth getting the VIP ticket and getting there early because you're open an hour before everybody else.
Oh, okay.
And you can hit the
Everything.
Providence, the Bavels, those
Well,
places.
I don't know if I really want to go now. I really disagree with a lot of the choices on there. Again, they're not bad restaurants. Obviously, they're all good. It's just that some of the same restaurants have been on there forever, and if you've eaten there recently, they're not that great.
And I'm going to get to it later, but my best meal of 2024 was not there.
Yeah.
And I was
too.
like, get the fuck out of
Me
here.
too.
So I was like, okay, there's something off.
Something's off. And
There's
I felt
something
this
off.
way about a lot of newspapers because I read the LA Times. Everyone knows I'm an old man. I go to the restaurants and I read the
Well,
LA
it's also
Times.
your old giant penis, I think is
That's
what
how I
gives
got
it
my
away.
last date. I was
Your
my
old
giant penis.
Yeah.
No, I was at Salty Girl, and I guess I shouldn't say that. Well, shoot, he's a nice guy. One of the chefs there. I went out and I met him because he saw
Nice.
me doing my newspaper.
Yeah.
And doing the crossword.
And
we
how's
just started
Salty Girl?
talking, and it was good. It was
Yeah?
good. I had lobster ravioli. He's convinced me maybe to try the tin fish thing, this craze that everyone's going through.
Yeah, it's
Because
delicious.
that's what they're known for right now. And
Mhm.
so I'm going to try
Do
it.
they can their own or do they custom make it in another
I don't
place?
know.
Do you know?
I'm sure he told me. I'm sure
Okay.
I'm an asshole that wasn't listening.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
I'm going to try it. And I went on a date with him because of my newspaper, I think. So
Because he saw you reading the paper.
they also bitched
And he's like,
about
oh,
the guy.
she reads.
Yeah, she can read.
It'd be great if you were just pretending.
I do to get the date.
It's like a coloring book inside
Like,
the
that's so
newspaper.
impressive that you read a newspaper. I'm like, isn't it? Throw
Uh,
it behind me. Anyway, what's your name?
I did get happy the other day because the LA Times was accidentally delivered to my house and it didn't have a fucking address on it. I was
They
like,
never usually do unless it's apartment buildings, but even mine doesn't.
I was like, this is amazing. I got a free newspaper because I didn't even have it didn't have a thing on it for somebody
Take
else's
it.
address.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, all right, well, shit. I'm gonna look at this newspaper and I'm gonna read about it. And I don't even remember what it was, but I was very happy about
I
it.
love the newspaper. I just sit and read it, and it makes me so happy. Oh, I did
the
all my
newspaper.
education. I got all everything that's going on in the world. I get it from there. Until I see politics, I skip right over it.
We've learned to skip.
I skip right over
yeah.
but I
Yeah.
do that. For,
Yeah. The last time I saw
Anyways.
Megan was at my house on election night. That was the last time I saw her. So it's been a minute since we were in the same room together.
I'm still alive.
Yeah, she's still there. Yep. So we drank a lot of wine that night. It was it was yeah. Anyway, so
My brain just froze. Did you see that?
yeah, for a
I
hot
don't know what
second.
just happened.
Yeah, I'm like, guys,
My
it
brain
is-
just shook
It
up.
is called Kill a Bottle Podcast, but I'm not gonna lie. Today, I am just drinking some LaCroix, whatever, sparkling water. This is the strawberry peach. LaCroix's.
LaCroix?
It's quite tasty. I like LaCroix. So for like the flavored sparkling waters you can buy at the store that you can find anywhere, I like them. I think they're tasty.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? For me, the Topo Chico lime is like the most delicious thing out
I
there.
don't have a favorite sparkling water. Oh, the I think we talked about it because when I don't drink in January, I like these. It's the LaCroix, but it's the skinny ones, and it's limoncello.
Oh,
They taste like
those are good. Those are
They
solid.
taste like alcohol might
Without-
be in them, but they're not.
So yeah, I didn't drink yesterday.
I didn't drink a lot on the cruise ship. As much as I said,
Yeah.
like I really there was 3 days out of 7 that I didn't touch alcohol because I couldn't.
Well,
the most sober
I
I've
have
been.
I have a couple of things coming up which are alcohol related in January, but I'm not gonna overdo it. And besides those two things, I'm not drinking in January. I know it's not like a fully dry January. I don't think
That
that
kind of sounds better though. It's more attainable. At some point, I just get so discouraged towards the
yeah,
middle.
no, and I get it. Like I have I have an event that I'm going to go to that doesn't require me, but I have to taste stuff.
I had a really bad
And
day
so-
and I murdered somebody, and I just need some vodka.
Again. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not going to prevent myself from that joy.
Of course
just
not.
because it's dry
I
January.
mean, yeah, exactly.
No, I'm going to try. There's been 3 times throughout this December, including the cruise ship, and yesterday, by the way, because I had a really funny Christmas night, but I didn't even drink that much. I really don't think I drank that much. And the last 3 times I thought I hadn't drank that much, I've woken up and been dead to the world. And I'm sitting here thinking, God, I didn't even have that much fun. why do I feel like shit? So it's not even like balancing out anymore. Usually like really fun, crazy night equals like shitty feeling the next day. Now it's like, all right, okay night, horrible feeling the next day. So I think I'm getting that point.
Something's changed me though, and well, it hasn't changed me. I guess it's changed my awareness. So I got the OURA ring. That's like the ring that like it's a smart ring, and it measures a bunch of like health data from you, your sleep data, your whatever, blood oxygen, blah blah blah. Anyway, on the days where I drink, my sleep is terrible compared to the days where I don't. Mm-hmm. It's pretty wild, Megan. Like it's a noticeable like heart rate change, and this is not like me drinking an espresso martini at midnight or something. Mm-hmm. This is just like whatever. I got buzzed. Mm-hmm. And like my sleep pattern, like my body doesn't rest. Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy.
Maybe that's why I was so tired on the cruise, because I didn't drink.
Yeah, so
and
your
then
body
all of a sudden it was like, welcome to reality, bitch.
Yeah. So like literally yesterday I was shooting a video for a brand, like a cocktail video, and I can't throw stuff away. So I can't make a drink and just toss it. So I did make, I made the cocktail that I did for the video, but it only had like a minimal amount of booze in it. I drank that middle of the day because I shot it like early in the day, and I just sipped it for a little bit. That's it. I didn't touch alcohol again. Just drank a bunch of water, whatever. Normal night. Went to bed normal. I said recently, because I had been waking up at like odd hours of the night. We live in a weed legal state, so I bought the smallest dosage of a weed gummy, mm-hmm. right? And I cut them in half, mm-hmm. and maybe once a week. I will, when I know that I don't have to get up super early the next day, I'll take that like half, like 2.5 milligram. It's like nothing, dude. Like I don't get any buzz from it, but I sleep so well. Once I fall asleep, I can sleep through the night until, whatever. Today mm-hmm. I woke up at like 7:30 in the morning, which I know sounds like whatever. It sounds early for most people. For me, that doesn't happen. I'm up at like 5:30 every day. I slept 7 hours and like something minutes, and I feel incredible today. I feel sharper. I feel like more present. It's kind of crazy. You just don't. I guess we just don't realize in the whole scheme of things. Sometimes you get so little sleep, and you're just used to functioning that way. But then when you get a bunch of sleep, did that happen to you? Even though you said you were a bit of but did you feel like rested mentally?
No.
I feel really rested mentally, if that makes sense.
I don't know what happened. I think I died, actually.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
And I came back to life.
Oh, that makes sense. You look it. Yeah.
Heretic is a very good movie. That reminds me of that.
Heretic?
If you haven't seen it. Is that how you say it? Heretic? Heretic?
No, Heretic. Really? I don't even know what
Hugh
movie
Grant.
that is. Oh, that's when you were...
Scary one.
Okay.
Where it's two Mormons going to his door to try to convert him to Mormonism, and it's a horror movie.
Oh, no shit. Is it? Where'd you see it?
It's on Amazon now.
Oh, it's on Amazon now.
It reminded me because coming back to life.
Oh, I gotta watch. You know which movie I liked is, speaking of end of 20, the Josh Hartnett movie. I think it's like Trap or Trap.
I love that movie.
I enjoyed that movie. It's on M. Night Shyamalan. It was good.
It was
It's
good.
thoroughly
Even
entertaining.
better was Zoe Kravitz directing movie where she had Channing Tatum, I think, on the island.
Oh, that thing looked pretty scary, dude.
That's really good.
Yeah,
That's
looked
kind
good.
of like Key and Peele, or who's the director?
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. It's kind of like a him sort of fiasco. Sorry, I was trying to also talk while I was looking up, because I think my sleep this year, wrapped sleep, was like average, I think 9 hours. I was getting tons of sleep this year. So whenever the doctor's like, has your sleep been okay? I'm like, maybe too much. Yeah.
Well, but like there were nights where I slept long, but it wasn't restful.
Right. You're right.
So that's like that's not even the case. It's really just a matter of like the level of rest that, the amount of time in REM or whatever. And I'm no sleep expert, but I will tell you that I'm saying stupid OURA ring, but I love it. I mean, like it's great.
Everyone loves it.
It has kind of like made me a little bit more aware of that, and I think it's good. I think it's all a good thing.
I have
like,
my Fitbit for that.
My thing is like, I don't like to wear a watch to bed, so the ring is kind of perfect for me. Yeah. Like I'm always I'd smack myself in the head a bunch of times.
Wow,
if I slept with like an Apple Watch or a Samsung Galaxy Watch.
My it's like very small. I don't have it on now because I take a break at the end of the year. I just kind of say fuck it. Like I don't even work out this week. For some reason,
I'm not working out this week either.
I just and I do this every year. It's just the week right before New Year's. I'm like, I don't give a shit. And I'll start on Monday. I know New Year's is like Wednesday, but I'll start on Monday and go through. I mean, New Year's was last week. What show is this?
What show is this? Yeah, New Year's is last week. That's right. Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
No, but it's I think it's good to do that. I've never really
just for a little bit.
I've never really done that before. Like
Plus I'm trying to recover.
But I'm not like by stop caring, I'm not like overeating. I'm not like going bonkers with the food. I'm just like giving my body like a place to start from again, if that makes sense.
Yeah, almost. I feel like if I gain more weight this week and I do like a weight goal for the next year, I like give myself a head start because I have a little bit more to lose and I know I'll lose it.
I like that.
I didn't just lose 3 pounds. I lost 10 pounds. You know what I mean? Because I ate all that food right before I weighed in.
I'm afraid to weigh myself because I know I've gained.
I weigh myself like every day. If you just do it every day, then nothing's shocking. And
I'm afraid to weigh myself right now. But I think it's a good motivation. I'll like, I'm planning my New Year's dinner. I know New Year's already happened, quote unquote. I'm planning my New Year's dinner. I know what wine I'm drinking on New Year's. I know I don't know if I'm going to do champagne or not on New Year's because honestly, I don't give a shit about waiting up till midnight. I don't either. I'll just go to bed. Tired. My whole thing is making sure that my dogs are okay and maybe creating some white noise or doing something that they're not going to hear all the fireworks and all that stuff. And then I think this year I may actually watch the Parade of Roses on TV live. And years past, I'm like in bed, like because I drank too much champagne or something the night before. I'm not gonna do that. I'm doing New Year's dinner December 30th. I'm like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pretend like that is my New Year's dinner, and I'm gonna go have like a really nice dinner, and that's like my last hurrah of restaurant dinner. I'm gonna go to Verse. I keep mentioning how much I love that place, but they're doing a homage to Quincy Jones that night. So I can't even imagine the great music that's going to be played that night. Plus, who might surprise and show up and play at Verse, because Verse, like, it's the kind of place where somebody who's very famous might just show up and just jump on stage because they're there. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I was like, I got to go to the Quincy Jones night, and then that's it. I'm back on my thing, and January is going to be like I'm going to see my dad in Miami, and when I'm in Miami, I'm going to eat Cuban food, which is not healthy. I'm gonna drink wine at my friend's house because that's what we do. But that's it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think I'm okay now, like not drinking as much during the week, or not, just not overindulging.
I think I'm okay not drinking.
That's good.
Yeah. Anyway, what's this?
Oh, that's right. So, since I haven't seen Megan since the election,
I didn't get you anything because I didn't come over.
Yeah. Well. Megan.
I got out of this shit.
Megan's gonna. It's nothing crazy, Megan. It's so last year, Megan, her Christmas present to me, ASMR. Her Christmas present to me got delivered to the wrong house. So I figured let me just. Megan has a nice new apartment. Go open your present. Megan has a nice new apartment. Megan is doing a lot of cooking, and
Have you seen my shitty
I've seen your shitty cutting boards. So I got Megan.
I've had this since I've been married.
Yeah. How long have you not been married?
Over 10 years.
Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy.
So I just got Megan some cute little cutting boards.
Perfect.
And they're small because I know you don't have a ton of counter space. So they're like perfect. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that's so easy for me to go buy myself. And because they work, I don't. So it's like it's something that needs to be a gift.
Well, and it's also one of those things where it's like I wanted to get you more than one so that you can have one for vegetables, one for meat, one for
Wow, thanks, Eddie.
You're welcome, Megan. That just means now you have to fucking cook for me.
For you.
That and I also got Megan some Costco products. I got her a bottle of the Costco tequila. Drink my. I got her a bottle of Costco Añejo tequila, aka Kirkland tequila, because my goal in 2025 is to get Megan to be a Costco fan. Mm-hmm. So. I'm working on it. That doesn't mean you're going to have a membership. That just means you'll appreciate products. Ugh. Fast forward, like you go into Megan's house, there's like stacks of toilet paper all the way to the ceiling.
I do that without Costco.
You do that without Costco? Is that your obsession, toilet paper?
Sorry, I'm standing because I got nauseous just like sitting. This is what happens to me.
Get on the microphone.
This is what happens to me from the cruise still.
Yeah? Are you sure it's not from dating that guy? Dating Mr. Chef?
No, he's great. He was nice.
Yeah, he's nice. All right.
I don't know if he's for me, but he's nice.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Megan dating a nice guy?
Yeah.
I like it.
With a job.
I love it. I love it. The guy with a job.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very no, and he's gainfully employed. You know, that's
We're not dating. We just went on a date.
Yeah, but that's fine. Anyway, so Megan, I figured this is something we did not get to do last week.
I'm showing him pictures while
so
he's speaking.
She's showing me pictures of the dapper gentleman. He knows how to wear an apron. I like that. So I'm looking at chef pictures, guys. It's nothing. It's tasteful. Huh?
Yeah, he's not naked.
He's not nude. He's not tastefully nude.
There's just food.
Oh, wow. This motherfucker can cook. I love it.
Yeah.
Did he cook that bullhead that's in that picture? No, I'm just kidding. It's a decoration.
That's where he started.
Oh, nice.
So I don't.
I like it. Anyway, so we can't show you who it is, but still.
Yeah, I'm not.
Megan's on the up and up. I like it. I love how
Other
she's
than
on
I
the
had
up and
to
up.
stand up because I was sick from the cruise. It's me.
Yeah.
It's just my luck, and I'm happy. It's funny. Like, I didn't even get mad today. I picked up sweetbreads, which is like the pancreas. It's like how do you describe it? The pancreas. It's little organs from.
Yeah, there's nothing bread or sweet about them.
No, they're meat.
Delicious.
It's meat. It's hard to find, and I want to cook them. I want to experiment with them. And I ordered these on Monday from a store.
Yeah.
And I put the order in, and it's clear as day. Order confirmation number. Pick up December 27th.
I think it's you.
Where the store is.
Yeah.
And I go in today. It's been 5 days to get my order ready, and I'm like, here it is. And they're like, is that the right store? I'm like, yeah. And so they went back and checked. They came back out. What's your name? Megan. They went back in, came back out. Are you sure you have the right store? And I showed them the address, and they come back out. What's the confirmation number? And this is all before I come over here. And they usually, back in the day, I'd just be like, what the fuck? Give me my meat. And I just knew this would happen.
Did you say that on your date? Sorry.
Give me my meat.
Yeah.
No, it's just what this was what my life entails. And I've discovered that if I'm just calmer about it, that it ends up working out because they had them. If I get mad, I bet they wouldn't have had them for some reason.
Yeah,
That's Jesus.
I don't know.
They still had them. They
I
had
really
them in the
try
store,
not to get mad as much
I don't
anymore.
get mad at them as much as like, why? I just go, why? I say that all the time. Like to the homeless man kicking rocks onto the street from my apartment. Why? Because I fucking can. Okay?
Okay, well, you know.
Give me a cigarette. Okay, well, now. Did you hear that happened to me?
No.
That just happened to me on Christmas Day. They're big rocks. And these homeless, angry fucking people on drugs come and kick them out of our rock bed into the street, into cars. And it damages the cars. And I saw him doing this at like 9 a.m. And I was having a cigarette and I was like, what are you doing? And he was just like, I fucking can do it. And he saw me smoking and he's like, give me a cigarette. I was like, well, now. I said, no, absolutely not. and then I told him, he asked again. He's like, I just want a fucking cigarette. And I said, okay, then pick up the rocks. And he picked them all up.
Oh.
I didn't have a cigarette.
Look at you, dude.
I had half that I had smoked, so I gave him that half.
So
he got half of my cigarette.
Oh, my God. So, yeah.
Genius, right?
Yeah,
I said, sure, yeah. Pick up the rocks you just kicked. Well, fuck you, fine. And he's like saying, fuck you, bitch, like under his breath while he's kicking him back into the thing.
Well, I mean,
I did a good deed, I think.
I think so too.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I think so. I think that's a really constructive.
Not as mad anymore. Now I just ask why. Why?
It's just not a nice constructive deed. That's gonna be the funniest thing ever. I mean, poor guy, but shit, that's funny. No, I did. Somebody. Speaking of that, it's a little off course, but I was still fucking cracking up because I Instagram is full of these reels, and it could be a guy or a girl. This one was a girl, and it's like, some poor soul is recording some girl like fashion walking down the street with like a big coat, and it's like some attractive woman like walking down the. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Who cares? Like that's my motto for 2025. Who fucking cares? Nobody cares. Why are you doing this? Anyway, but it was the greatest thing ever because she poses. And the camera, somebody's walking backwards with the camera and she's walking towards them on the sidewalk trying to do like a sexy walk. And in the background, there's a homeless guy taking a shit.
Yeah.
And it made me so fucking happy.
This is life.
I was like, that is what you need in your life.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is how it is. I love that.
I was like,
There was also that one I like girl. She wasn't trying to. Like, she started walking sexy, and I was like, oh, "Okay, what are we going to hear?" And she puts on the ugliest mask. I think I shared it.
Yeah.
It's the scariest looking, ugliest mask ever, and it makes her look so unattractive. And it says like how to walk in New York City at night by yourself. And she puts it on, and she's
genius.
just like making all these like weird moves. But when you see her initially, she's like this gorgeous supermodel, and all she does is put on this mask and start walking like that. And I was like, oh my god! And that is genius. There's
the one of the girl in the Maldives, or she's like in the Maldives or in Bora Bora, and she's showing the beautiful like overwater villa, and the camera's like, and it's like a good 30-second, 40-second video. She's walking through the whole place. So here's the main living room, the bedroom, the shower. The shower's falling from the ceiling. Like it's this beautiful fucking 5-star thing. And then finally, she's going to show like the overwater like jacuzzi and like a hammock that sits over the water. And when she walks, she slips on the fucking stairs and eats it. And I cannot stop laughing. Nothing happened to her. She's fine. It's not like she broke anything. She's like, she like rolls down the stairs into the water. And I was like, this is the greatest thing of my entire life.
The internet. It makes me laugh all the time.
Yeah.
These people. Did you see the one about Titanic and my eyes? Someone responded to my eye video and he said, I wish you were looking out for the iceberg because then Titanic wouldn't have hit it.
I did see you say that. I fucking forgot. Fucking trolls, man. Oh my god.
He looked like Vlad the Impaler eyes.
That's what he looks like?
Someone said that to me. You got them Vlad the Impaler eyes.
The internet always wins, man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And one lady was like, people are just so mean. I'm so sorry. They have nothing better to do with their time. And I told her, I was like, I'm glad I'm giving them something to do. It brings me nothing but joy.
It brings me nothing but joy. Hold on. So we didn't get to do this in the last episode. I wanna talk a little bit about 2024, and let's get our take on it because we're going into 2025.
Hashtag find Rebecca. Let's just keep teasing that and I never want to talk about it. I just want to keep making it a big mystery.
I want to know about Rebecca.
Exactly.
You said you were going to tell me.
I forgot until right now.
Oh, whatever.
Next time.
All right.
Next time we'll talk about Rebecca.
Next time we'll talk about
Where's
Rebecca. Okay. So I put together a little list, and I want to get if you're listening, your opinion, just jump on in and drop it in the comments if we end up making an Instagram post about this, which we probably will. Just let us know what you think. But so far, best drink of 2024, like what was a cocktail, wine, or spirit that defined the year for you?
Do you have one?
Yeah. I mean, this, even though I've had it before, but this year was the year for like cocktail wise. Be real, like Hemingway daiquiri was like my drink, man. I was trying to cut down on the amount of sugar. I love that fucking drink. I want to see more of it out in the world. So Hemingway daiquiri, and for wine, it was Grenache. This was the year that I've always liked it, but this year I fucking fell in love with Grenache from Rhone in France and from Paso Robles here in California. Like I went to Paso so many times this year. Luckily, I got to go, and it's one of the grapes that they make really well over there. So I just fell in love with Grenache, and it's kind of like that's my if I can drink a red wine right now every day, that's kind of my go-to is something with Grenache in it.
I can't think of a drink. Oh my gosh.
No? You're saying dirty martini earlier, better tequila, like what?
Better alcohol in general.
Just better alcohol?
Well, that's my resolution for 2025. How about that? I don't know if there was.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
Shit during 2024, but it's time.
It's time.
Maybe the hangovers won't be so bad if
they
I
won't
have
be.
Nice alcohol.
No, they won't be. By no means.
Yeah, that's going to be the goal, but there's nothing that stood out. I'm sure something from Meteora that one of their cocktails they made blew my mind.
That goes right to my next question. Best meal of 2024.
I think Meteora.
Me too. Meteora. Yeah, and that was, I think, our beef with the
second one I had.
Oh, that's right. You didn't have a great meal the first time. That's right.
It was good, but it wasn't like blow my mind like they did the second time.
No, my first. I only ate there once, and then you and I went and had some food at the bar, which was delicious. But like my meal.
Even the food at the bar, I was like,
oh, it was incredible. So yeah, Meteora in LA, and that's part of my beef with the 101 best of is that Meteora is not in the 101 best of.
List.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Way.
Was Vespertine on the list?
I think so.
Maybe. Okay, so Vespertine is like the sister restaurant, and I haven't been there.
I haven't been. I'm not going to talk crap about it because I know it has a good history and good food. But Sincerely Syria is in like Encino or Sherman Oaks, somewhere over there, and there's one in Hollywood.
Okay,
and I've tried the one in Hollywood. Never had a great experience. I really like the crispy pita, but this is Sincerely Syria. It's been on this list for a few years at least, and all it is it's like shawarma and beef. So I need to try the other one before I say anything. But I mean, if I'm comparing Sincerely Syria to Meteora, like it's not even, they need to have a category almost instead of just the best 101 because it's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
There's one, is there any place on there? Because there's a reason I'm asking is there's a place that's on the list that's been there before that I have not tried yet that I really want to go to. Called Anna Jacques Thai.
I've been there.
In Sherman Oaks.
But I had it during COVID, I think. So I had it to go.
So friends of mine, who've been there, like in the food, like
everyone
chef,
says
they
it's
love
amazing.
it. Yeah. They say it's great. So that's a place that I want. Is there any place on the list that you really want to go to?
I would go back there and try it because it's always on my way home from one of my jobs. So I need to do that. I really, since it's on the list every fucking year is number one, we got to try Cato. Right?
Yeah, the thing is, Cato is like an arm and a leg expensive.
I think it's going to be like 3 months of me not trying anything.
Yeah, I've heard it's phenomenal. I've heard it's phenomenal, and
that's a big lead up.
The person
this is the
who
second year in a row.
Yeah, well, the person who
Number
runs
one?
the bar program there is a protege of Souther Teague, who's been a guest on our show. So Souther speaks very highly of this place, and Souther's a guy who does not bullshit. So I definitely want to try that.
I believe him on it. It's a very big now to like. Oh, the place I am here in Pasadena, I liked. That was the second best meal I had, and it is on the list.
Which one?
The restaurant. It's nice. We've talked about it.
Agnes.
No.
The Raymond.
No.
Union.
No. It's on the list. It's the one that you had a friend that was at the bar program there, and I don't think he's no longer. He doesn't work there anymore, or he.
Bar Chalou.
Yes.
Yeah, Bar Chalou's excellent.
The name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like some of the best dishes I've had all year. There.
Yeah. Well, no, my friend doesn't run the bar program there, but he's worked there before, and I think that the weakest link there is the bar program. To be, it's not cohesive to. Like
it could have been my best meal had they had like a tasting or they had a better bar program, but I had two of the best things I've eaten all year.
Yeah, the Meteora is still by like the best meal I had this year.
Yeah.
It was spectacular.
It's one of the best ones I've had out in Los Angeles. I'm not saying something.
Okay, so best food discovery of 2024. Like, what ingredient dish did you try for the first time that became a game changer?
It's got to be from Meteora again because they have all those strange things, but I couldn't pinpoint. I'd have to read their menu.
Got it.
To tell you, like, oh, I would never have tried that. Or I never would have ordered that. How did you make that taste good? Oh, and corn. I've always hated corn.
Yeah.
But I've had it just in kernels prepared really well recently. That I've been like, okay, maybe I like corn. I hated corn my whole life.
And now,
like even in ramen, I'm like, oh, take that away.
My intestines hate corn, but I love it.
Thank you. No, I'm not hungry.
For me, it was two things. Caesar fries. Like Caesar salad fries.
Okay.
That's the same face I made. One of my favorite restaurants in LA, Birdie G's, has on their, I don't know if it's on their regular, but it's definitely on the happy hour menu, fucking Caesar salad fries. It's so good. It sounds rando as fuck, but like salty, like spectacular. And then secondly, the Basque cheesecake with caviar. So Basque cheesecake I love, but
you've said this before. Though.
I've said, but that's like
years, right?
Those are like my two. That's like my two, man. That's like my fucking crack. Yeah, that's like the thing that like really. But imagine, I don't know why now. If I love Caesar dressing. I love the anchovy in it. I love all that shit. And Birdie G was. By the way.
That's on the menu. That's on the list. Birdie G's again.
Oh, but Birdie G's had their 8. It's like I think they call it like 8 days of December, 8 nights in December, and they have a different chef that comes in every night. And I was so lucky to be able to get a reservation for. I think it was night number 7 out of 8, and I'm going to mispronounce his name because I actually have never heard his name said out loud. I've just read it in magazines or whatever. They had Grant Schatz or Schatz come in from Alinea in Chicago, and cook.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 11 courses. And I think it was 11 or not. I can't remember now. I know that he had 3 or 4 because there was also another chef from a restaurant in LA called Linden that now I need to go to this place because his food was so good.
Been there. Linden?
I have him Linden. And that was that was like meal number 2 of the year was the one that I had during the holidays. And it was just a 1-day tasting menu. Anyway. Okay. Best hangover cure of 2024. Like, what's your go-to remedy after a few too many bottles?
Nothing. I don't have a remedy. It just, I suffer.
You just suffer? There's nothing like the day after?
Nothing
Obviously,
else.
drink a lot of water, but like what?
Sit on my couch and order everything off of
Man, bone broth, girl. Like, that was my thing. And now...
Well, it's always been like pho. Pho's always been a hangover cure.
But I don't even need the noodles. I could even just do the broth. There's a place from New York called Brodo. And brodo, I guess in Italian, means broth. And anyway, they're known for like their spectacular broth. And finally, they now ship and they sell them in like, they have like coconut curry lime broth. They have all these like really delicious, organic bone broths. And that's been my shit, man. That's like the savior. Like, yeah. Pho and bone broth.
Masturbation.
Oh, okay, cool. Best...
You asked.
Well, whatever. Best
Nothing to do with food.
Best travel experience of 2024.
Well, I think my cruise was the only thing I did.
You did go visit family.
I do that every year.
Yeah, but
Texas.
you could have had a great trip. You could have had some great barbecue on that trip. It could have,
I guess it was the cruise. That's the only
cruise
I really did. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, I mean, that's a good trip.
Right.
For me, it was a cruise too. It was the Bahamas one that I did in the Exumas. That was like the fucking life-changing experience. That was probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. And like sitting, I can't remember which island it was. I could look it up, I'm sure, with fucking Instagram and like wherever I geotagged it. But it was this beach in the Exumas on the furthest like kind of outskirts of the Exumas. It's not a private beach. It was just there's nobody fucking there because it's so far out. And the tide was low, and I was drinking a beer from the Bahamas called Kalik, Kalik, and it's like the beer from the Bahamas, like Budweiser or American, whatever. And like looking out there, and I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere, and it was incredible. Mm-hmm. And I had the whole like beach to myself. That was like, I need this again in my life. I don't know when I'll have it again, but I need to find this moment again. So that was it for me. All right, there's a question for us. Best podcast guest of 2024. Nobody get offended. Best podcast guest of 2024. Who stood out the most? Their stories, expertise. We're probably going to say the same person, but
I don't remember.
For me, it was Matt Gorley. He was
that's probably it. I was just trying to think because I remember laughing a lot on a few of them just to give everyone a fair shot here.
Francisco was great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably Matt Gorley.
Probably Matt Gorley was our like I think we talking about his younger wife. Yeah, I think it was a fun episode. It really felt because when you do a show like this and you have guests on, they're guests, right? And I will tell you with Matt, maybe because he has so much experience in the podcast world, it felt like he was part of the show. Mm-hmm. As well as him being interviewed, it really just felt like the volley of back and forth of everything. The rhythm was so great.
Are good at that.
Yeah, and he was rhythm. He's special at that.
I love Tony Parker, but not great at podcast rhythm.
No, Tony Parker is a shy French guy with hot women around him.
And hot takes.
And hot, and fucking delicious wine.
And opinions.
Yeah.
Which is fine. All of it was fine. Just not podcast beat worthy sometimes. So you have to really pull that out.
Okay. So best pop culture moment of 2024, like what music, movie, TV show defined your downtime?
I don't know. You must think about this stuff all the time because I have no idea. No idea.
No, I don't think about it all the time, but I looked at the questions.
None of this stuff is easy for me.
Well,
none of it. And you sent them to me while I was driving over here, so it's not like I had the time to like.
It's on point. That's really just What show did you watch that you ended up just fucking binging on constantly whenever you had the chance?
Nothing. The Diplomat? I don't know.
The Diplomat? All right. I'm disgusted with myself because I watched every iteration of Love is Blind. And I think I just watch it to feel good about myself. That's really it, to just like bask in the misery of people who are completely not self-aware. Mm-hmm. So Love is Blind was my 2024.
I guess Wicked's been a big...
Yeah, that was big for you?
Yeah.
Dude, I tried to get tickets to the fucking Pantages. Holy shit.
Well, everyone wants to see it now. Wait till it's not
I've never seen the show. Yeah, I wanted to go.
Wait till it's not popular.
You know what show I'm dying to see is the Michael Jackson show. Have you seen any of the highlights?
I just talked about this show with me.
Of the Broadway show?
Yes.
It looks fucking great.
Oh, I can't tell you who talked to me about it.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Let's just say I talked for 5 hours on Christmas Eve with somebody and off camera, off mic.
Fair.
I'll talk about it.
But
holy shit. Wow. Why? And I've never even heard of this musical. I hear it for the first time Christmas Eve on this 5-hour conversation. And now you.
I just popped up on
What's it called?
I think it's like MJ or something.
Oh my God.
It looked really good. That and there's a Buena Vista Social Club musical about all the members in Cuba, and I was going through the cast and then kind of looking up all the stuff that they've done, and I was blown away at like the talent level of musicians that are in this show, the Buena Vista Social Club in New York. So I hope, I don't know if they're going to tour, but I hope they do a tour of that because I would love to go see that show. Okay.
Weird.
And another besides Love is Blind, if I had to go scripted, Severance on Apple Plus. Fuck, dude. I resisted that show, guys. If you've ever tried to watch Severance, like the first episode is extremely daunting, and that's why I stopped. And I made the fucking leap of faith, and I tried to watch it again, and fuck, it's so good. The new season is starting up soon. So Squid Game just started, which I started to watch the new season of that, and that was really, really interesting. Okay. Best pairing of 2024. Like what food drink combo that maybe you didn't have before?
Sorry. Again.
Oh, no way, man. I had a fucking cocktail that I ended up doing a video about it because I tasted this flavor combination and it never occurred to me to try it. And it was literally because I had this in the fridge and I was like, let me try this and this. And I was like, ooh. And on paper, it sounds great, but it never fucking occurred to me. Pistachio syrup espresso martini.
Okay.
Fucking delicious.
All right.
Seriously, so like pistachio espresso martini. Fuck, it was so goddamn good. Anyway, all right. The best, most like disastrous experience of 2024. Embarrassing moment. So many.
For you?
I had one that happened recently, but that was fucking. Oh my God. I'll tell the story. But what did you have? I mean. Thankfully, you document everything. The problem is you're drinking and then don't remember.
No, I don't. My worst moment was years ago when I went to Buffalo Wild Wings with my hoo-ha out, and I don't think anything's ever going to top that. So nothing's going to top that. That's like the most embarrassing.
So I was at a holiday party last week, or the week before, whatever. I was at a holiday party, and so whatever. I like hanging out. I cook some food for it. We're having drinks, blah, blah, blah. One of the neighbors comes to visit. And I was like, looks like a Latin woman. And I was like, oh my God, did I audition with her back in the day when I used to audition commercials or whatever? And she's there with like her kid. And I'm like, fuck. I was like, where did we work together? She's like, no. I'm like, okay. I'm like, were you an actor? She goes, no. I'm like, fuck. Okay. I'm like, are you sure we didn't? Like, I was like, God damn it. I was like, it's going to hit me. I will remember, blah, 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 whatever. The night ends, go to sleep. I wake up in the morning. I like stretch. I lean into it and I go, porn. She's a fucking porn star.
She said she wasn't an actor.
She was trying to keep it a secret. And I'm there like in my head. I'm like, how do I And I'm like, this poor woman. And I'm like, were you an actor? And in my head, I'm being sincere. I'm like, shit, did I audition you with stuff? I'm not trying to get out of you that you are an adult film star retired now. And like this whole time. And this poor lady, she didn't talk to me the rest of the night and like disappeared. And I'm like, great. She thinks I'm here trying to like out her in front of all these people.
That's your most embarrassing. Oh,
it was
Eddie.
pretty embarrassing, dude. I'm sorry. That was so
She
embarrassing.
knew what she signed up for.
No. It was embarrassing for me to think that I was like, I just wouldn't let it go. I wouldn't let it go. I was like, I'm going to find out.
Maybe you should work on that in 2025.
Go fuck yourself.
Just
I wasn't going to let it go.
Quit while you're ahead.
I was like, shit, I want to remember because my memory's not that great anymore and I keep forgetting stuff. So I'm trying to like exercise my memory. And I'm like, shit, how do I know her? Yeah. Anyway, not that allegedly. Not that I would have ever seen her work, but allegedly. Anyway, all right. So lastly, what is the goal for 2025 for you and for the show?
I'm going to lose 10 pounds.
10 pounds?
Because I think I can. I don't watch what I eat. So I think if I watch what I eat, I might be able to do it.
Okay.
I never watch what I eat now. I just eat whatever I want.
Got it. So and what about for the show?
What's our goal, Eddie? You tell me.
I don't know. What's our goal? So I just threw the show out. That wasn't even one of the questions. I was just just trying to confuse Megan and fuck with her. Well, I mean, for the show, I have a few guests that I don't want to put out into the world yet that I'm working on that I think are goals because I can't wait to talk to these individuals on the show. And then I think for me, it's really to kind of get my diet and life back in order in that sense. Before I started working in the spirits world, I was 15 pounds lighter than I am now. I mean, thankfully, I don't look like a fat guy, but I don't feel good. Mm-hmm. And my clothes is just tighter and it just doesn't feel right. And I'm fucking too cheap to go buy a whole new wardrobe. So that's not going to happen. I just want to kind of get myself into a more manageable state in that sense. Yeah. And then travel wise, anything you're going to...
I won't. I can't afford it.
Cato?
Yeah, Cato's the only thing.
Cato's the goal? All right.
Because that cruise took me out for the next 4 years. So
took me out for the next 4 years.
I'll be paying that in my student loans for the next 4 years.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good times.
No matter how many jobs, no matter how much time. That's what it is.
OnlyFans. So that's such a great positive note to end the show on.
That's what it is,
guys. So
I'd love to travel. But
well,
too much.
Let's just say I'm working on some stuff for us to do the show on the road a little bit this year. So that is one of my goals for 2025.
There's a good goal.
Is to do some Kill the Bottle podcast episodes
on the road.
And especially in wine country here
to come to you,
in California.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
That's my new marketing technique.
If you want us to come to you.
If you want us, figure it out.
Figure it out. So guys, Kill the Bottle podcast. We are live. We are back. Please like, rate, review, subscribe. Show a little bit of love, and we love showing love back. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to listen to us here on the show. On behalf of me and Megan.
My year was so depressing. Now I'm depressed.
Yeah?
I had no favorites. Next year, my goal is to have favorites.
Okay, why don't you work on that? Why don't you start a fucking note in your phone that you're always buried in? And
I have
maybe
jokes. I have fucking piles and piles of jokes.
That's great. Why don't you, in that pile of jokes, create a fucking note
that says things
says things
I like.
Says things you like. Maybe things you just want to talk about.
I know, it's all things I hate.
Every time I say something to Megan, a question, I was she looks like a fucking... Like she's like detecting the iceberg in the Titanic. Her fucking, like, what is she doing?
I was like, I have nothing.
Yeah, my goal in 2025 is for you to use these fucking cutting boards and make something for me. Okay. How about that? All right. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.